Psychosomatics of coronavirus infection. Today, we will analyze one of the most relevant and controversial topics from the perspective of scientific psychosomatics, COVID. In esotericism, many myths have already appeared around it, which, unfortunately, refer to psychosomatics. But let's look at how things really are. Onset of the disease. To put it bluntly, a viral infection does not care at all about our psychosomatics. The virus has specific goals: to survive at any cost. The only thing that indirectly affects whether an invasion occurs or not is the immune response. And here we, of course, pay attention to the level of stress. If it is elevated, then the hormone cortisol is produced in high quantities, which has an immunosuppressive effect, and the person becomes more vulnerable. But at the same time, the virus itself always acts according to its plan: it comes, infects, and develops. That is, esoteric theories that such and such a virus does such and such do not work. In fact, it is the physiological reaction of immune resistance to infection that determines everything. Course of the disease. When the virus begins to develop, the course of the disease also depends on the state of the body before the invasion. And this is where psychosomatics can come into play. Something that has suffered from prolonged stress, psycho-emotional blocks, trauma, and past illnesses becomes more vulnerable. Therefore, during COVID, it is so important to stop your usual activities, postpone all tasks as much as possible, and devote time to your health. Some psychosomatologists claim that if COVID is severe, this indicates a low level of awareness. But in my opinion, such statements sound rude and unprofessional, blaming someone who needs help and support for their illness. No one is immune from past pain or psychological blocks, and if the coronavirus infection is really severe, then in any case the person needs both medical and psychological support. Conclusion. Therefore, as a psychosomatologist, I do not recommend giving special treatment to COVID. It, like any viral infection, comes in response to a decrease in immunity and performs its function, reproduction. However, if a person manages to use his condition as a positive prognosticator, programming him for recovery, for example, I am using this period to relax and devote time to myself, then the recovery process is faster. Regarding the fact that COVID is a virus of human renewal, I partly agree with this statement, but only if it is used environmentally and with care towards humans. Yes, I'm sick, but I'm taking every opportunity to get better,